Hello dear YouTube video friends and viewers. Please first of all subscribe to my channel, let you know my new videos. In this video I will talk about Washington. Washington, officially the state of Washington, is a state in the Pacific Northwest region of the United States. Named for George Washington, the first U.S. president, the state was made of the western part of the Washington Territory, which was ceded by the British Empire in 1846 in accordance with the Oregon Treaty in the settlement of the Oregon boundary dispute. The state, which is bordered on the west by the Pacific Ocean, Oregon the south, Idaho the east, and the Canadian province of British Columbia the north, was admitted the Union as the 42nd state in 1889. Olympia is the state capital, the state's largest city settled. Washington is often referred to as Washington State to distinguish it from the national capital Washington, D.C. Etymology: Washington was named after President George Washington by an act of the United States Congress during the creation of Washington Territory in 1853. The territory was to be named Columbia for the Columbia River and Columbia District, but Kentucky Representative Richard H. Stanton found the name too similar to the District of Columbia and proposed naming the new territory after President Washington. Washington is only U.S. state named after a president. Confusion over the state of Washington and city of Washington, D.C. led to rename proposals during the statehood process for Washington in 1889, including David Duffield II's suggestion to name the new state Tacoma. This proposal failed to gain support. Washington, D.C.'s own statehood movement in the 21st century includes a proposal to use the name State of Washington Douglas Commonwealth, which would conflict with the current state of Washington. Residents of Washington simply refer to the state of as Washington, and nation's capital Washington, D.C. to our Washington or simple D.C. Geography: Washington is the northwestmost state of the contiguous United States. It borders Idaho the east, bounded mostly by the meridian running north from the confluence of the Snake River or Clearwater River, except for the southernmost section where the border follows the Snake River. Yes. Flora and fauna. Forests cover about half of the state's and land area, mostly west of North Kansas. Approximately 2/3 of Washington's forest area is publicly owned, including 64% of federal lands. Common trees and plants in the region are Kamasa, Douglas fir, hemlock, Pennsylvania, ponderosa pine, western red cedar, and many species of palms. The state's various areas of wilderness offer sanctuary with substantially large populations of shorebirds and marine mammals. The Pacific shore surrounding the San Juan Islands are heavily inhabited with killer gray and humpback whales. History: industrial area. For a long period, Tacoma had large smelters where gold, silver, and copper and loud ores were traded. Seattle was the primary port for trade with Alaska and the rest of the country for a time. It possessed a large shipbuilding industry. The region around eastern Puget Sound developed heavy industry during the period including World War I and World War II, and the Boeing Company became an established icon in the area. During the Great Depression, a series of hydroelectric dams were constructed along the Columbia River as part of a project to increase the production of electricity. This culminated in 1941 with the completion of the Grand Gulf Dam, the largest concrete structure in the United States. During World War II, the state became a focus for war industries. While the Boeing company produced many of the nation's heavy bombers, parts in Seattle, Bremerton Vanker, and Tacoma were available for the manufacture of warships. Seattle was the point of the departure for many soldiers in the Pacific, a number of whom were quartered at Golden Gardens Park. In eastern Washington, the Hanford Works atomic energy plant was opened in 1943 and played a major role in the construction of the nation's atomic bombs. Population. The United States Census Bureau estimates Washington's population was 7,614,000 on July 1, 2019, a 13.24% increase since the 2010 census. In 2018, the state ranked 13th overall in population and was the third most populous after California and Texas, west of the Mississippi River. Washington has the largest Pacific Northwest population, followed by Oregon, then Idaho. The Washington State Office of Financial Management ranked the state population at 7 million as of April 1, 2019. As of the 2010 census, the population of Washington was 6 million. The Seattle-Tacoma below metropolitan area population was 3 million in the 2010 census, half of the state total. The center of population of Washington in 2010 was at 47.33 north, in an unpopulated part of the Cascade Mountains in rural eastern Kane County, southwest of northwest in Unicom, and west of Sinamico Pass. Religion. Major religious affiliations of the people of Washington are 60% Christian, 40% Protestant, Evangelical Protestant 25%, Mainline Protestant 13%, Black Church 2%, Catholic 17%, Latter-day Saints 4%, Unemployed 32%, Jewish 1%, Hinduism 1%, Muslim 0.5%, other religions 3%. The largest denominations by number of adherents in 2010 were the Roman Catholic Church with the 784 and 332, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Economy. Washington has a relatively strong economy with a total gross state product of $569 million in 2018. Yes, dear friends and viewers, in this video I talked about Washington, D.C. Please subscribe to my channel, let you know my new videos, and like button, press like button, please. See you.